Hello again, everyone. You're joining us for another episode of Executive Platform's Blueprint podcast series. My name is Jeff Mix. I'm head of content and research. My guest today is Daniela Ottini of Sanofi. We're going to be having a conversation about how AI is helping the industry reinvent itself and make smart factories. I'm so excited for this conversation. Daniela, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
I feel like AI is the topic of the moment, and everybody wants to hear more about it, and everyone wants to get into it. And Sanofi is actually doing some incredible real-world things with AI right now. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. We are definitely all in AI. We have the ambition to be the first biopharma company fully enabled by AI at scale. This makes a huge difference, be enabled by AI at scale. And I believe we're different because first, it starts from our CEO. You know, you read a host of articles where they say that one of the issues is to have the engagement of executive leaders. Well, we don't have that issue. The drive starts from the CEO, the executive leaders, and all of us, the top 200 leaders, had to go through a very intense and deep in-depth training about AI. We had to work on a business case. And the reason is because we have to start from the problem that we need to solve, and not from the data and not from the tool. From this basic understanding, we started by making sure that the leaders to start from, but then our team members at any level in the organization have a very good level of understanding of what AI is all about. To give you an example, there's a very nice initiative that is I in AI. So all the employees of Sanofi had the possibility for 1 month to have access to content, webinar, training, and also to be tested on their level of understanding and proficiency about AI, and to come with proposals.
I wonder if we can talk a little bit more about how the C-suite is driving this. You have a chief digital officer who I imagine is very involved in this process.
Yeah, not only he's involved, but he's very clear about the prioritization. The initiative that are enabled by AI have to prove to have a significant impact to the business. If that doesn't happen, if initiatives that are presented do not reach the threshold of return on investment, those initiatives won't be implemented. This is very important because this is what keeps us away from the purgatory of being in eternal pilot stage. We're very clear about what it takes to implement AI at scale. And to continue elaborating on this very important point, we also have a very clear strategy about AI with 3 pillars: expert AI, which is the use of massive computing and machine learning to solve complex problems; generative AI, which is all those applications that support the generation of content or documents; and snackable AI, which is all about data democratization. We have access to an application that goes under the name of Play, and in that application, we have access to thousands of data about the company. Data about all the aspects of the business of the company, like having 100,000 Excel spreadsheets in your pocket. This is great because it's above and beyond having access to information like, what's the bottom line of the P&L, what's the overall effectiveness of an equipment in the plant A or B. It's about having the possibility to correlate the different information, anticipate issues, and being supported in decision making. This is happening, and this is real, and I'm 100% in, and I strongly believe that we're ahead of the pack.
I think you're ahead of the pack as well. And, I've been doing these interviews for a number of years, and so many people talk about smart factories as this aspirational, one day we're going to come up with it. And Sanofi is actually doing that. They've been in the middle of a transformation since 2019. You were doing things on, I think, 4 or 5 different continents with smart factories. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, I'm happy to do that. We are in the midst of seeing the first results of having implemented the smart factory concept. And we have adopted the model of the lighthouses. So we have identified specific manufacturing sites to start with the full-blown implementation of what a smart factory is all about. And it's really about using AI and information to make sure that the decision-making process is supported, as well as the dynamic optimization, starting from the learnings It's about improving the yield of manufacturing processes. And we have a specific application that has been serving us pretty well for a number of years now. It's about being paperless. It's about having a workforce that is flexible and agile. We strive for digital citizenship. And it's about having assets in the manufacturing shop floor and in the labs always available. So this is happening, and we are seeing the benefits of it. So the plan is to keep expanding and making all the manufacturing network and footprint based on these key principles, and get to the point where we're going to be end-to-end connected within the manufacturing network.
Amazing. I think Sanofi is a leader in the space, and that then begs the question, what advice do you have for the rest of the industry that they might be able to learn from your example?
For sure, having a clear vision, a compelling vision, and being credible as the vision needs to resonate with the organization. So being bold, but considering being very aware of the context, because each company is in a different trajectory. Each company has got its own sets of values. So being bold in the vision, being very clear, and consider what are the key core values. And very importantly, making sure that within all the level of the organization, AI is fully understood.
Well, I think that's a wonderful takeaway to offer people. Thank you so much for your time today.
My pleasure.
You've been listening to another episode of Executive Platform's Blueprint podcast series. I've been Jeff Mix. Let's do it again soon.